When I was very young, I was diagnosed with anxiety and at the same time ADD. I had a very tough time focusing in school and a very tough time just reading anything on a piece of paper. Instead, I would daydream of scenarios, I guess, things I would go do at home when school's over, and stories. My mom didn't know what to do with me because my grades were depleting, but she turned to medications, and well, that medication was Adderall. This is I would say sixth grade of middle school, late sixth grade. I started taking these Adderall, and the effects and the experience I had was real bad in the summer of 2017. Since I was already anxious, I was stressful, I was a very fearful child. I would fear every single thing. I would, not speak to anybody because I was scared of getting fun of. I would never let go of my mom everywhere she went because I was feared I would get kidnapped. And especially if I'm left out, if I was left inside of the car, my mom would go get something. That moment would be horrible, terrible for me. I was scared. I was a very scared child. I would think all these thoughts, man. Man, just take my word for it. I was a very scared child. And so when I started taking this Adderall, I would say early 2017, I think, things would get real bad for me. For my anxiety, I started getting through bad habits. I would pluck my hair or untangle my hair. I had a very messy hair, and things would, get tangled, and so it was very satisfying for me to like untangle it. Like I would go through lumps of my hair and just untangle the hair. Mom thought it was very bad, and I didn't listen until she like caught myself untangling my hair at a Best Buy and recorded it, and there was a big bald spot. It wasn't pretty big. It was pretty like I guess the size of a golf ball, I think. But I would kept doing it, and this also led to another thing where I saw the whole thing throughout my life in the summer of 2017, dark and blue, very dark, very blue. I live in the desert, and so that doesn't make sense. Everything, especially in the summer, everything was bright and sunny and hot. But throughout the whole summer, I saw everything dark, cloudy, and blue. I spend my time alone, and I had a phone, and while leaving a kid unsupervised, especially a kid going in through middle school, teenager, I guess. I believe I was 13 years old. It was a very bad decision to let an age like that go. Have a phone and leave a kid unsupervised in the internet. Came across various things that troubled my life, but something really terrible that affected my whole mindset real bad. With this Adderall, with this side effects, I started getting terrible thoughts, bad, bad thoughts. These are not the type of thoughts that you would call basic intrusive thoughts. These are not thoughts that a kid should think of. This is not normal. I would say this is like intrusive thoughts times five. It was bad. Of course, I'm surprised. I had great self control at the time. At that point, I don't know how, but there was a moment where it was night. I should be sleeping, but I believe I was sleeping or I was up late. But I woke up with almost like a shock. And the thoughts were getting extremely strong. Strong to the point that I just didn't know I was listening to them. It was it was like you're witnessing. It was like you were spectating your body doing stuff. Like you weren't in control. You were just doing it. So you were witnessing the whole thing though. It told me to go to the kitchen, and I went to the kitchen, and it told me to open the drawer, and I opened the drawer. It told me to get a big knife. I got a big knife. And then it said to kill your mom and little brother. I would walk towards my mom's room with the knife in my hand, ready to go, ready to open the door. But every millisecond at that moment, every second it was getting worse. Like, I would get stressed, anxious, and I think I had an anxiety attack at that moment. I don't remember, but I opened the door. My mom saw me holding a knife and just staying right there. But I dropped my knife. I dropped it and I just started crying bad. I was very scared. My mom was comforting me and so I was I told her everything of what I was going through. To her, this was the most scariest moment of her life. Immediately, we took off the pills and realized that I was actually depressed there. It was all dark. It was very sad, and I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to give up. But so the doctors prescribed me with more pills, antidepressants, and I've been taking those pills since middle school and high school, and like a year later in college. Right now, it's been 2 years since I took antidepressants. I'm clean with any medications. I wanted to say right now, anyone who's struggling, anyone who's going through terrible thoughts, terrible addictions, yeah, you're killing yourself, that you feel like you're in a very dark moment in your life, and you're scared, you don't know what to do. I want to tell you that everything is going to be alright. Everything is going to be fine. I was a very scared child at that time, and right now, I don't think I'm not scared. Did the complete opposite of what I didn't wanted to do as a kid. I went out, made friends. I thought I was introverted, but turns out I'm extroverted. I was just hiding myself. I have lots of friends on every single group, every different types of group. I went out making movies. I help on film sets. I connect with more people, and I always greet myself. And I'm not ashamed of what I do. I work real hard. I'm not lazy. I have a job, and this job pays really well. I'm grinding. I have a team. I'm pushing myself. And so comparing myself now to all those years, it's incredible. I learned so much, and there's even more stuff for me to say between the years of when I was taking Adderall and now. But the transition is, I thought I was never going to be like this. I thought I was going to be lonely for the rest of my life. I thought I was not going to have anybody with me. I thought I was never going to do things in life, never going to go out and fight and do things, but I'm here, and I'm just thinking to myself that I've done so many things, so many incredible things that I thought didn't I wasn't able to do. I did theater on stage. Holy, oh my goodness, it was. I was there and just reflecting in my past and just thinking, my goodness, that was in high school. Right now, I'm a writer and director and even an actor, and I'm still coming across more opportunities and more different things in my life. So when I say to anybody who's going through something that they are scared, that they believe that they can't do anything in life, that they will remain forever alone, will not change and remain stuck in the same position, everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna realize it. I thought it wasn't, but I'm here, and I thought completely the opposite of what I would become. You are doing incredible. You are here right now and you don't realize it. I want you to look yourself in the mirror, look at yourself, and acknowledge yourself that you are living in this world and you're still here. I want you to I want you to be proud of yourself. Everything is going to be okay. Don't worry. Don't worry on what's happening in the future. Don't worry about what's happening in the past. Just focus on now. Focus on becoming a great version of yourself. And do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of what change will bring to you. Change is beautiful. Change is a way to adapt.